Atlanta police are blaming the actions of a local rapper for the shooting deaths of two 13-year-olds.
Lil Baby went from rapping on a Drake feature to being named in a murder investigation. He had the biggest album in the world, then couldn't sell out a basketball arena. Now he's on tour again like nothing happened and making a teaser trailer for the tour with Cat Williams.
Aren't you supposed to be getting ready for the Wham tour?
I am. How the hell you get in here?
I come when the money comes.
Money come.
Money come.
Meanwhile, Atlanta police say he helped spark a gang war that took the lives of two 13-year-olds. The warrant has his name in black and white. He says it's nonsense. His lawyers are calling it shameful. But that hasn't stopped the headlines, or the FBI task force, or the 7 people already in jail. So what is Lil Baby doing now? And how did it get to this point?
Yep. Well, yeah, man. I mean, you're in the opportunity of a lifetime right now.
Well, definitely.
You know, not only do you have the opportunity of a lifetime that you weren't even planning on having, because you weren't planning on being a rapper.
Exactly.
But if you look at all the people you grew up with, you know, like you talk about how, you know, your close friends are doing double life and stuff like that. You got an opportunity none of them are probably ever gonna have.
When Lil Baby first broke out in 2017, it wasn't some slow grind or years-long come-up. According to Pitchfork, before 2016, he'd never rapped a word. But after serving a 2-year prison sentence, he decided to give it a try, thanks to the prodding of quality control executives Coach K and Pierre P. Thomas.
Tour, like, you know, I hear it, but I'm like, I ain't no rapper. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to rap.
It was like he hit the gas and never looked back. First there was perfect timing, then harder than hard, then too hard, each one sounding sharper than the last, like he was getting better by the month. Then came Street Gossip, and by that point, Atlanta already had him in rotation. Drake jumped on Yes Indeed and gave him the boost. Some debated whether Baby was really all that or whether he just got a golden ticket because of that feature.
Drake's able to pass you the ball and you instantly in the league. It be who like, damn, this they first record.
But even without that cosign, the city had already crowned him.
My first experience to Lil Baby was through Drake.
Do you know what Baby done on that verse though? He smoked that damn verse.
He had the sound, he had the cadence, and the way he rapped made it feel like he was still outside and talking from the trap. By 2020, Lil Baby was moving like a machine. His second studio album, My Turn, was everywhere. Every feature, every verse, every remix, he bodied all of it. Whoa had TikTok in a chokehold. Some to Prove was on repeat in every charger with tinted windows. Since then, Billboard has crowned My Turn as the biggest rap album of the 21st century based on its numbers, which is a crazy accomplishment. It topped the Billboard 200 for 5 weeks in total and was the most consumed album of 2020 in the US, with 2.6 million album equivalent units and 40,000 physical sales. On February 28, 2022, it was certified quadruple platinum. Then he dropped The Bigger Picture during the George Floyd protests and proved he could move in a different lane when he wanted to. No hook, no gimmicks, just bars and focus. The song went #1, and the message hit even harder.
I'm like, no, I ain't posting nothing. Like, it don't work like that. Like, cause I really feel some type of way about the whole situation, so I'm not gonna be like a George Floyd advocate only. You feel me? Like, okay, this happened to George Floyd, so I'm gonna go this way. And it's like deeper than that with me. You feel me? Like, I know people personally who got killed by the police. I took upon myself to just speak on the whole thing, cause I ain't just like make a George Floyd song. You get what I'm saying? I mentioned like what kind of happened in the song a little bit, but it was like a whole thing.
He didn't tour and there wasn't any kind of rollout. The pandemic had essentially shut everything down, but his music still cut through the noise. By the end of that year, Lil Baby was the guy your favorite rapper was calling. Kanye called him his favorite. He was charging $300K for features. Labels were throwing money at him, and the demand was off the charts. He couldn't miss. Everything he dropped was sticking. But when the momentum is that crazy, the silence after hits even harder. And eventually, it started getting real quiet. Because, for all the success that rained down on My Turn, it still wasn't very well received by critics. Pitchfork called it all work and no inspiration. Anthony Fantano agreed.
This new Lil Baby project, it's not good.
Still though, the numbers all suggested that things were moving in the right direction when Lil Baby dropped his third studio album, It's Only Me, in October of 2022. It moved 216,000 album equivalent units in the first week. The rollout looked serious. The cover art showed 4 versions of himself carved into a Mount Rushmore, like he had officially certified his legacy. But as soon as the dust settled, things started looking weird. The album debuted at number 1, but dropped straight out of the top 10 the very next week. No major single took over, nothing stuck. The lead single, Hey, peaked at number 21, while tracks like California Breeze and Forever briefly entered the top 10 before vanishing. Pitchfork gave it a 5.5 and said Baby sounded indifferent, not in a cool way, just in a way where the words didn't carry any weight. And while 23 songs charted on Billboard at once, none of them made any kind of real cultural dent. It looked like the fans were checking in out of habit, listening once or twice, and then moving on. The album faded fast, and then came the criticism. Academics, who caught us stray on the project with the line, "Academics know he ain't richer than me," didn't hold back.
I mean, if it wasn't already blatantly obvious, my new nickname for Baby is Short Bus Baby, okay? He's clearly just not that smart, bro. Short Bus Baby, like...
Baby, I'm sorry. That was just funny.
No, it's just reality.
He called out Baby's entire studio team, saying none of them told him the truth, that they were yes men.
You know, Lil Baby don't pay these dudes. These dudes are broke in the hood, up scamming people. Like, you know how many people who hit me up saying he's scamming them? These dudes, they get rewarded with one little 4PF chain and they're down to die over it. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
And I was just telling him, I'm like, yo, listen, you know, let's turn this into a positive. Your man can't make a hit. I think I got the remedy to fix it. You just got to leave the studio. You are just a yes man. He keeps making whack songs when you're there. You need to go, and we need to get him with some new producers, some new ears, and some people that could challenge him.
By December 20th, 2022, Lil Baby was officially off the Hot 100 for the first time in 176 weeks. That streak, which had lasted for over 3 years, ended without warning. And the bigger blow came in 2023, when multiple shows on the It's Only Me tour started getting canceled. Phoenix, Sacramento, Salt Lake, Denver, Indy, Louisville, Pittsburgh. No official reason was given.
They say Lil Baby can't sell out his tour.
Yeah, he canceled a bunch of dates.
Canceled a bunch of dates for his tour.
Yeah.
What does it mean? React.
Yeah, and had no big slaps in a minute.
Twitter jumped on it instantly. Threads calling it the fall off. Memes, side-by-sides with empty stadiums. And the thing is, they weren't totally off. Selling out a 20,000-seat arena is hard. That's Drake territory. That's Kanye, Nicki, Eminem. And even Travis has faced blowback trying to pull it off solo. So when Baby's shows started disappearing from the tour schedule, people stopped giving him the benefit of the doubt. And part of the issue is that nobody in the circle seemed to push him. When everything you touch turns gold, it's easy to stop chasing greatness and do Axe commercials instead. Baby himself admitted he'd been doing features mostly for money. Unless he's friends with them.
I already did a feature with everybody.
So you're not inspired to do, like, if there's an artist you like and they call?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But it's a different price. Like, if I like them anyway, I'm lenient. If I like them.
Then the price goes down.
Right.
That makes sense.
And the result is an album that made history on paper, but disappeared from memory almost as fast as it came out. By the time May 2024 rolled around, Lil Baby was in Atlanta shooting a new video, something for the rollout of his next album, Wham! It was standard rapper stuff. Street location, flashing lights, crowd energy. But the way things ended wasn't on brand. The set got shut down. Reports said shots rang out nearby. Police came through, questioned a few people, but nothing stuck that day. It got brushed off as Atlanta being Atlanta. The real problem came 2 months later. In July, news broke that 2 13-year-olds had lost their lives in a drive-by after a birthday party on the city's east side. Both victims were known to police. Both were allegedly affiliated. But that wasn't the headline. The headline was that Atlanta PD had tied the violence to a feud between neighborhood sets. And the flashpoint, according to investigators, was that same Lil Baby music video shoot.
The overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster that left 2 of our children in graves and a community in fear. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been.
Then came the bigger headline. Lil Baby's name appeared on a warrant. The police said he had ties to OMF, a gang allegedly linked to the shooters. 7 people got arrested. News outlets dropped the story fast. Photos, rap sheet breakdowns, allegations, quotes from detectives. Lil Baby responded through Instagram. He posted a short story. Thanks for all the concerns. Please don't be misinformed by fake news. I'm overly good. His legal team came in louder. His lawyers issued a public statement calling the Atlanta Police Department's claims complete and total nonsense. They also said the department's behavior was unprofessional, unethical, and shameful. They didn't name names, and they didn't walk through the details, but the message was pretty clear. Baby wasn't taking the fall for something he says he had nothing to do with. No one in law enforcement has issued new charges. The case is still open. Lil Baby announced the Wham World Tour in January 2025 like he was flipping the switch. It came with new artwork, new merch, and the rollout for his 4th official studio album. When he posted a snippet on social media, DJ Academics was back putting him on blast, telling other rappers to stay away, and that his talent had basically been shaken out of him.
Yo, chat, I feel like the Monstars hopped out of one of them New Jersey drones and fucking grabbed Lil Baby and shook the talent out of him. I don't know what I'm hearing though. Yo, Playboy Cardi. Hey, I'm not the biggest Cardi fan. Obviously, I fuck with you, but trust me, I think I speak for your fan base. Keep Lil Baby away from your goddamn album. He should be nowhere within 10,000 miles.
Still though, the album dropped and went straight to #1. Billboard, Apple Music, Spotify. It hit the top across all of them. The numbers gave him cover. Headlines shifted back to music. Blogs called it a comeback. Tour trailers ran across YouTube. He was posting clips from rehearsals, posting flyer dates city by city, tagging the openers, tagging the venues. He had momentum again. But the weight was still there. The allegations hadn't disappeared. News cycles had cooled down. But every big moment still had that tension under it. You could see it in how people talked about him. Comment sections had people asking questions that didn't have clean answers. Nobody knew if the case would move forward. Nobody knew what would come next. Lil Baby's name is still on the warrant. The case hasn't closed. The investigation is active, and the paperwork keeps circulating. Police haven't issued new charges, but they haven't backed off either. The details are still out there, and court dates are being lined up. He's still performing. The Wham Tour is moving through major cities as of the drop of this video. The album sits high on the charts. Clips from shows go viral. Fans show up. The machine is running. People are watching closely. Artists, labels, blogs. Everyone's waiting to see how this unfolds. Nobody's sure if the energy around him can hold. The questions haven't stopped. The narrative hasn't settled, and it remains to be seen what will happen in the Atlanta case. So what do you think? Has Lil Baby really fallen off? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.